What's good, YouTube family? We back again. It's just me and the white, what is it, milk of magnesia?
Yeah.
Good old April from Conversations with Soft Rain, better known as April. How everything been going?
Been a long day, but we here. So
Everybody doing well? Everybody good?
yeah. Pretty good. Yep.
Okay. So if y'all did see, make sure y'all go back today and rewatch Classics live show today. Crashing out going this afternoon. But we're going to continue that theme. We're going to continue that theme today. If you guys haven't read the thumbnail, they lack accountability. And this is going to talk about everything. We're going to hit a little bit of everything. It's going to be about some women, but we're also going to talk about some of America lacking accountability. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop into our good old icebreaker here.
Okay.
We're going to hop into this. And then we're going to hop into our icebreaker segment. So let's jump on over. Let's see here. So we are now in the icebreaker segment. If you guys are living under a rock or you haven't seen it, we got Sha'Carri, and it's not Sha'Carri, it's Sha'Carri. So her name is Sha'Carri. I think a lot of us were saying Sha'Carri. I know I was saying Sha'Carri. So we got Sha'Carri Richardson here giving her apology. And hey, everybody, 3-3 Classic in the chat.
Hey, Classic.
Hey, Jen. Hey, Classic. Everybody appreciate. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's free. Make sure also you go over to Soft Rain channel and hit that like button as well. We streaming on pretty much Twitch and 2 YouTube channels right now. So go check in. So we're going to start with her apology, and I want to see what your thoughts are on this, April.
Hey, y'all. It's Sha'Carri. And more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to run away, but not refuse to run, but I refuse to run away, but face everything that comes to me head on, because everything on the other side is greater, but you got to go through in order to get there. So I'm Sha'Carri, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and one love, much love, and y'all be blessed.
So that was Sha'Carri's apology. I'm gonna start with you, April. What did you think about her apology?
She really didn't hold herself accountable.
Okay.
I didn't hear. Did she say I'm sorry for my actions? No, she didn't.
Oh.
So she's thanking her fans for holding her accountable, but she didn't even hold herself accountable.
Yes.
And do an apology, a real apology for how she acted and how she portrayed her, not necessarily portrayed herself, but how she didn't think in that situation before she chose to do what she did. Yeah.
You know, and I blame us. I blame America. we focused so much on the grace that Coleman gave her that nobody was willing to hold her accountable.
Right.
And this is gonna be the theme tonight, just a lack of accountability. And
And
I
they
don't
probably questioning, well, what did he do?
yeah. And she didn't even say like thank you for him. He talked very positive about her for about 5 minutes straight, very
Yeah.
positive, let the public know that she had a lot going on. She was with a new
Mhm.
training team, she's been training and she's getting back from an injury. And he said, this is on God, this is God's plan. He had this whole beautiful speech right after being beat up.
He did.
It's what she has prepared for, because I know Nike didn't write that.
No.
Nike didn't write that one. She probably won't be running for Nike in too much longer. Do you feel like we should counsel Sha'Carri or Sha'Carri?
She has a lot to learn.
Okay.
How old is she?
Ooh, let's see. She's probably early 20s for sure. Let me see.
Or
Probably
mid 24, 25?
age. Sha'Carri. She is 25 years old. 25 years old.
And if
25.
she's displaying these kind of actions now, she really probably need to seek some kind of help. Because for whatever reason in that moment, it was okay with her to lash out physically
And she
instead of
thought
holding her composure.
and she thought it was funny when she started her line about I'm not gonna run, but I'm not gonna run away. Like she wasn't even taking it serious. And whoever wrote that for her, God bless their heart, man. God bless their heart.
No.
We have to do better, y'all. We have to do
One of her
better
good
with holding people
friends.
accountable for sure. Because like we would not accept that if
Oh
it was the
yeah.
other way around. If it was on the other foot, if that was Coleman pushing her down in that airport,
He wants to be in jail.
yeah, he wouldn't be out here giving no apology or no half ASS apology. So we gotta hold people accountable, man. We gotta hold people accountable. So that was our icebreaker. Just wanted to let you guys know she is,
Definitely.
safely from behind bars now. She is back home, and seemed like she's just gonna go back to running. And it seemed like that's what her theme though. Even when she had like the marijuana issue, she seems to be the type of person I'm just gonna fade back, let things blow over, and then I'll be back when trials come back around. Because she is the face of Nike. She's one of the fastest women in the world. So I mean, just one of those things. But I think the lack of accountability is not a
She needs
good.
to hold herself to a higher standard too.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
realize the power that she has. I don't think she probably doesn't know. She probably mm,
It's a
I can't
lot.
think of the word I'm looking for,
Yeah,
but it's a lot. Yeah.
it's a lot deeper than people
Mhm.
actually taking it for. Like I just pray that the brother makes the best decision for himself. Hopefully that he
Most
understands that
definitely.
this might not be a one-off. So do what's best for you.
We did give her grace though.
A lot of it.
Mm,
A lot of it.
too much.
So we're gonna actually give you guys a little political segment. We heard the chat, so we listening to the chat. April was not prepared for this. She did
I
not know
was
this.
not.
This is something I was like, you know what? Let me put this up. So it's not on her. She was not prepared for this. But for all those who know what's going on, hold on before we move on. Jen said, when you're on a platform like she is with who she is representing, she needs to learn her actions have consequences. Very true. Very
Very
true.
true. Yeah.
But you got to also understand too, Jen, that we are in a society where the machine wants that. The machine wants that, if that makes sense to people. Like
They want her downfall.
they don't want no, like they're gonna push her even more.
Okay.
They're gonna push her even more. They're gonna let her know, it's okay, we got your back. They're gonna tell her next time, just do it. Nike. So here we go. Here we have Trump. What's Classic said, the lack of remorse is to be expected from today's women. Big facts. We're gonna get into that a little bit more later in the show for sure. For sure. Classic ready. He's ready. But we're gonna get on some politics real quick. For those who don't know, pretty much martial law is already made its way to DC. If I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be making its way to Chicago too. I think it's two states right now. We're gonna play a couple videos. I'm gonna play this first one by NBC, and then I'm gonna also play one by Anton Daniels because he actually breaks down the numbers very well. But we're gonna play this and kind of see what you guys think. Oz, if you hear, this is for you, man.
Well, tonight, thousands of D.C. residents are worried about their futures as the nation's capital prepares for this influx of federal agents and National Guard troops. Earlier today, some residents held a free D.C. protest to express their anger and frustration. The demonstrations at DuPont Circle lasted well into the evening. News 4's Walter Morris was there, and he joins us live. So, Walter, I'm just curious, what did residents have to tell you?
Well, Sean, there were dozens out here and many in the crowd saying they disagree with the president's messaging, telling me they feel safe. They feel like crime is going down. However, tonight, not everyone feels that way.
Dozens of D.C. residents and activists hitting the streets with a clear message for the commander-in-chief.
Crime is down. That's a lie that they're concerned about crime. They're distracting us.
This demonstration starting in DuPont Circle Monday evening.
Stand up, America!
I'm really terrified.
Many, like Marissa Pinot, coming to voice their concerns about the president's plan to federalize the city's police department and activate hundreds of National Guard troops in the district.
I'm worried that this city is first, and New York and San Francisco and Los Angeles and Chicago are next.
We don't need the National Guard on our street. Statistics show that crime has been going down.
This demonstration in March coming hours after this Free DC rally in front of the White House, while some lifelong Washingtonians say they're in favor of the federal takeover.
I'm happy that Trump is going to have this, have his department take over the police department. I think it's needed. I think we will have some results.
Leroy Thorpe founded the group Citizen Organized Patrol Efforts, hitting the streets of Chinatown in red hats with their violence prevention efforts.
And I think Donald Trump really wants to clean it up, and I'm all for it.
DC Council saying in a statement, this is a manufactured intrusion on local authority. Violent crime in the district is at the lowest rates we've seen in 30 years. Our local police department is the best in the country, and it is our police officers who should be leading the efforts to keep our community safe, not the National Guard.
So that's the first video for y'all who, I hope everybody's paying attention to the play that they do. When it came to the people who were for it, they made sure that they only interviewed the white people who were for it. And then the people who were against it, they only interviewed the black people. With that being said, nobody wants to say it, so I'll say it. It's the black folks is the reason why they're shutting down and needed National Guard. See, I have experience. I lived there prior to moving here to Texas, and we were seeing that it was already on the down spiral. It was bad. Like it was, DC was the type of place where you get on the metro, you stepping over crackheads, you're stepping over needles, you can't even get food. You got to watch yourself. And I'm talking about, we would get on the metro, go to beautiful places like the Navy Yard. You would go out to eat, literally get home in 10 minutes, turn on the news, and somebody was shot in the Navy Yard. Same spot you just ate at. And it's where all the money is located. Is over there. You go to even where the Kennedy Center is. We were very, very familiar with DC. And I tell people all the time, I knew this was coming. And it's funny that they have a problem with National Guard now, but y'all wanted the National Guard for the January 6th riots. So before we go to the next, some more of this video, class said Republicans want citizens to take advantage of all opportunities the nation has to offer and stop being lazy and useless. Yeah, Oz, this is for you, man. This segment is all for you. Jen says, so sad that this is what happened to a place that represents the nation. Very different now. Was visiting as a kid. Yeah. A shame because areas surrounding are beautiful as well. But very, very true. I saw some brothers say that they were for it.
I think in that last video you played, there was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Classy. Yeah, they made sure, but if you notice, it was not the people. They made sure they didn't put the camera in the faces of black people saying that they were for it. I mean, they were against it because we are the ones creating this trouble.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Like they went around and it was all your highly white liberals standing up for a cause that doesn't affect them at all.
Yeah.
what he said. She said, consistently looking over the, yeah, very true. I heard DC got hoods one block over from the, yeah. Hey, it is. You literally, you could be walking. I'm talking about, it was beautiful, y'all. Like, I could be a tour guide. How much we went around that place? Like, it was a beautiful location. I mean, you loved it. It was a place where during the day it was decent, but you could still get robbed. You might still
Yeah.
get, as a woman, you wouldn't be comfortable by yourself on the metro for sure. When my daughter came down, I used to tell her, keep your head straight. If somebody whistle, yell, that ain't your name. They don't know your name. You keep
Right.
it. Um,
I've been to DC one time back in 14 for work.
yeah.
But and I rode around on tour bus. That's all I had time to do. But
Yeah, like, and everybody, you got the great Howard University there, so Howard is on Florida Avenue. You get off the metro, you look to your right, they shooting crap, selling dope. You look to your right. I mean, you look to your left, you got Whole Foods, you got some of the best barbecue in the world.
wow,
You got the white families walking their dogs. I'm literally talking about
a block
right
away.
telling anybody go there, go to Florida Avenue, you'll be like, what in the world? Like,
Wow.
crazy, man.
Mhm.
Met some cool people at the barbecue spots out there. I'm out of college, but it's crazy. But I want you guys to check out this video by Anton Daniels, because he goes more into the numbers game, because as y'all heard them say, crime is down, but it's really not down. The numbers that they're taking reflect when COVID was happening, nobody was outside, and some other things. So he does a very good job at breaking it down. So we're gonna hear a little bit of that, and then where you at, Oz, now?
And that's happening. It's going to be a beautiful ballroom. This is really a lot of people, most I've ever seen in this room. And we're here for a very serious purpose, very serious purpose. Something's out of control, but we're going to put it in control very quickly, like we did on the southern border. I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in DC, and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the DC Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening. They've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And you people are victims of it, too. You're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed. And you all know people and friends of yours that happened. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something. And you don't have that now. The murder rate in Washington today is higher than that of Bogota, Colombia, Mexico City, some of the places that you hear about as being the worst places on earth, much higher. This is much higher. The number of car thefts has doubled over the past.
So let me show you, because we're watching CNN right now, and CNN is trying to show you these statistics, but let me give you a little bit of insight on why this is wrong. Because they're saying that from 2023 to 2024, 2024 to 2025, first of all, we're not even done with the fiscal year 2025. That's number one. Number two, DC experienced a downward spiral in crime because a lot of people wasn't outside during the pandemic. So they're comparing it to years that then spiked up because the crime jumped up once people were able to get outside in 2023 because everybody was locked down 2021, 2022, right? So the crime jumped up and then it started to trend downwards towards what it was prior to the pandemic, right? But the reality is that it's still too high. It's way too high. And people are not being honest. And this is the dishonesty that comes along with looking at CNN, because they won't really give you the real insight. The reality is this, is that DC should be the safest city in America. If you've ever visited Washington, DC, it's insane, because right outside of the gate of the White House, you see chaos. First time I ever visited the White House, before I ever went to the White House, but the first time that I ever visited, and I just was outside of the fence, and you can see that sniper that's walking across the roof, right? Outside of it, lunatics, liberal lunatics, protests, tent city. It is homelessness and tent city everywhere, right down the street, a block away from the White House. And any dignitary or person that would be visiting there, I would be like, wait a minute, this is the place where the president sleeps every night, and this is what it looks like. It is. It's absolutely insane. But let's go back to Trump's press conference.
5 years and the number of cards.
So that's the part I wanted everybody to be able to see, just how they played with the numbers as well. You got to be very aware of what goes on. And not saying that CNN, there's other news stations too who are more pro Republican too, that'll give you some other numbers. But it's very unique. Like he said, it's a mass. And they Trump goes on to talk about them spraying pretty much most of the White House has spray paint, all the graffiti on some of the walls. It's crazy down there. Like I tell people all the time, like it's beautiful and crazy at the same time. And if you live there during tourist season, you don't even go out. You know, like that's pretty much the highlight for crime, because it's like millions of kids getting off of school buses, visiting from their schools, and it's so unsafe. I think they don't have no whereabout of what's going on. So you will notice that most locals, we stayed in the house for like 2 to 3 months. You kind of stayed away from certain areas of DC to let the tourists do their thing. But just pay attention to what's going on. But everybody already knew, you F around and find out this is what's happening. You can say what you want about President Trump, but he's doing everything that he said he would do. And for those who voted for him, we are getting what we want. So at the end of the day, I don't know how you can be upset with being safe. Regardless how it might look today, yeah, you might feel the National Guard is extreme today, but that doesn't mean it's going to be there forever. But you have to get things under control. And if you're not okay with your town or your city being safe, that you gotta ask yourself that question though. Yep, this is America for sure. I wish I had the little video from that, because he talked about this stuff before it even happened. So yeah, I never been to DC. So what can I? Oh no, we just talking about politics, man. This is very big. This is a big thing because, excuse me, I'm hearing a lot of people are afraid because if this is happening in 2 states right now, a lot of people feel like this is going to be like the uptick for them to get martial law into all states, right? And everybody's going to be controlled and National Guard. That's not going to happen. Go ahead, April.
I was going to say I really don't want to comment too much.
Yeah.
That's why I've been, but what is like, will there be any ramifications of the local law being is the local law acting with the National Guard, or what? Yeah. Okay, so they're working together. The National Guard just isn't taking over.
Yeah, it's
they're
just like that video that you sent earlier. That's part of the campaign. Them walking through DC, doing the neighborhood sweeps. Right. They're all working. Yeah, they're all working together. You know what I mean?
So they're not there to take over. Some people are making it seem like that they're there to take over.
No. Okay. And then also, and I know, I was in the military for 20 years. National Guard ain't ready to do too much. Yeah, they just got off the couch. Yeah. They just got off the couch. Now the DC Armory and the National Guard there, they tough. Like
1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year.
They do their thing in DC now. Some of them were my patients, but they train out there, so they're ready for it. But I always tell people, look at the brighter side of things. You got somebody who's trying to get everything under control, and I think that's the best thing you can ask. Jen said, when you can't even go to work without feeling like you'll get mugged for your shoes, report to work only to have witness grab and goes. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Classic 100%. Yeah.
Maybe people don't know what's actually going on because they're not living there and it's not being reported on a national level.
Yeah, of course not. That's why I always tell people, when you're able to live the experience, like being there. And I was there I got there 2 days before the pandemic closed down. So I got there leap year, February 29th, 2020. After that weekend, it was COVID. Shut down. It was like one restaurant open downtown and, on the river, on the waterfront. All types of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, So it was very calm during that time period. You know, a lot of people were still out running and stuff. It's a beautiful place when it's peaceful.
Oh yeah.
But when it opened back up, I say it probably opened up very heavily. DC was like one of the last to open up and move forward. I would say about late 2022, everything started kicking back up, and it was just out of control. The crime there is crazy. It's scary. It really is. It's scary. It's a scary place. He said, "I live in the country." Hey, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Hey, they'll find their way out there. Trust me. Crime.
Oh, they do. We got crime out here.
Yeah, they find their way. They find. Trust me. Where I lived, I thought we were near Old Town Alexandria, beautiful area. They started coming.
I stayed in Old Town when I was up there. I think I was at a Hyatt or something like that, right there by the rail.
Oh yeah.
It was on a corner.
Yep.
Yeah, it was beautiful there though. I loved it. Right, because from my hotel window, you could see the Masonic lodge thing. Yeah, the little, not little. It was a big, huge like emblem type deal. Yeah.
You was over there where they do a lot of historical replay. I don't know if they call them replays. I forgot what they call them when they act out like old wars and stuff. Yeah, the reenactments. Yeah, the reenactments. But just wanted to get just wanted to get some politics in there for our boy Oz, man. But it still goes with the topic of the night, just a lack of accountability. I think these things happen due to a lack of accountability. We are the people who have to hold the people in our neighborhoods responsible for what's going on. And if you don't want National Guard in your neighborhood or in your streets, you might want to start getting out and stopping some of the crime on your own. So just something to think about, man. Just something to think about there. Let's see here. So we're going to transition over and talk about what's really popping, the people who really lack accountability, those good old females like April, and then they lack accountability. So the topic of this main course is why accountability is difficult for women. I went and got some old heads. You're welcome. I'm trying to bring some each night for your eyes. I do want to give another take before we move on, though. I want you guys to know that I really feel that even with all this going on, I don't think a Republican is going to win the next election. I really feel that a Democrat will win the next election.
Is it lagging?
You are. Yeah. You need to restart. You come back.
Maybe I should. I'm leave it alone for right now.
Okay. I'll play the video and you can.
No, I tell you, okay. I figured out. Yeah.
She with AT&T, y'all. Don't get AT&T.
Right.
We're gonna let you handle that question first, and then I'll give my answer. Why do you think, in general, women in general, but Black women specifically, have such a difficult time with accountability?
Well, I think just like Shahrazad Ali said, they haven't had to. As a matter of fact, they've had it wiped under the rug. There was a story somebody sent me today. They wanted me to do it outside of Chicago. A Black man and a Black woman robbed an Uber driver at gunpoint. They were caught, tried, sentenced. The Black man got 8 years in jail. The Black woman got probation. They both did the same thing. There's not one woman that I've seen anywhere say, this is not fair. This is not cool. This is wrong. We're the same as men. If you're going to give him 8 years, give us 8 years. You will never see a woman do this because women like what they get. They lie and claim that they want equality. It's a lie. They want superiority. And Black women more than anyone. I saw that no one had to say, if this had been a white woman that was with that Black man and the same story came out, what do you think you would have seen online? That's what they get for being with that white woman. They treat the white, they did the same thing to Emmett Till. They would say everything about how that was unfair because that woman was white. But because that woman is Black, everybody's quiet. It's the same thing that happens when a black celebrity marries a black woman or dates a black woman and she falsely accuses him, or she takes half of his money in divorce. Nobody ever points out how messed up it is that she does it. Let a white woman do it. It's all, that's what you get. Black women are able to talk about white women, everybody else. Call a white woman a white bitch. Let a white woman call her one back, not even to start, just in retaliation. She'll say that white woman was racist. Everybody will try to ruin that white woman's life. She can't get a job anymore because of what she said. So who are black women accountable to? They're not accountable to their men because they go around every day calling their men sassy. They go around every day. If you say something they don't like, they'll call you gay when their best friend is gay. They will call you a deadbeat, but then argue for the right to be able to have abortions. Also for the right to be able to drop their kid off at a hospital, fire station, any of these things. So where is their accountability if they're not held accountable? I asked the woman about the STD rates. She told me the reason why black women STD rates is so high is because you Negroes be out here sleeping with men and lying and saying you straight. I said, well, hold on a minute. Even if that's the case, why aren't you doing something as simple as testing the men you're sleeping with? Or how about making the men wear a condom since it's that prevalent? Why is it that you have no part to play in the fact that your house is dirty? And it is because these women have never been held accountable for anything they do, which is why you can see them now walking outside with them Jiffy Pop bags on in the middle of the day in pajamas. They literally are doing what a child does. And I'll wrap it up with this. A lot of times children act up because they want structure. They want someone to give them structure. And when people don't, they go farther and they go farther. Because the Bible even teaches you love is in the correction. If someone refuses to correct you, they don't love you.
So as you see there, we're going to start there because the lady's going to give her opinion of why women aren't accountable either. But what was your thoughts on? Were you able to watch a little bit of it before?
No.
Okay, so
I don't want you to have to run it back. So just go ahead. Unless they want to run it back.
He was just giving examples of women when women never have to take accountability. It was actually a true story that happened where a black woman and a black man robbed a bank. They both had the same crime. The black man got sentenced to 8 years in prison. The black woman got sentenced to probation. And he said nobody was like trying to fight for the man or saying that. He said there was no woman out there saying, oh, I want 8 years. Give me 8 years. It's equal. But he said, just imagine if that black man would have robbed that bank with a white woman, how the world would have reacted to the white woman not getting 8 years like the black man did, which we see that today. And then he also went on to talk about just black women calling men sassy and gay when they don't get their way or they say something they don't like. And then he also said that black women are going to saying that they're gay, they cheating on us and giving us STDs. And he's saying that, but at no time does the woman say, hey, why don't you go get tested before we have sex? Or why won't you use protection? So he was just giving very, very valid examples. And he was also saying that like a black woman can call a white woman out of her name, but a white woman can't do the same back. Just pretty much where all the lack of accountability goes. And I think it's very true. We see it every day on these platforms where, and he said one thing too, it was right before you came up. He said that women actually want structure. Y'all kind of fiend to be obedient, kind of what I was crashing out about earlier on classic shows. Like men are telling y'all the answer and y'all still doing what you want to do. But he said, and the lady's gonna break it, she's gonna articulate it even better with her story and stuff. But it's real good. But what are your thoughts about those things? And we see the chats. We'll get back to those because those are about the politics part. What's up, plug in the building? No accountability at all. I will get on you because you ain't respond to us at all. No accountability at all. Yeah, he cooking for real, for real. This one is a must. It's not individual will rah. She said
Right.
Rose is here to punch down on the sisters tonight. No, it's women in general. I think everything he said can be interchangeable. These are just black people speaking. They have to speak about black people because we don't accept opinions of others all the time. So, but what are your thoughts on it, April?
We do have to take accountability for everybody needs to be taking their own accountability for their actions. Whatever they choose to do, they have to be responsible for the outcome because that's what they're choosing to do. Like he was saying, you can't get mad at a man spreading the STD to you when you didn't do your due diligence with, taking a step further and have him tested.
Yeah.
So it takes, at that game, it takes two to play. So it's going to take both to get something done. But I understand that it's, we have to be responsible for, we can't blame others, and that comes with, honestly, how you've been raised as well, because I hear kids all the time, well, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. So it starts young. No, you have to take accountability for your actions. If this happened because of you and you let this happen, it's your fault. So take accountability. So it starts younger too.
Why do you feel like it's not okay though for men to be the ones to give women the advice?
It is okay. It's the woman accepting the advice.
Why do y'all have a hard time accepting the advice?
It's not that we have a hard time accepting it. I don't have a hard time accepting it. I'm learning it.
Oh, we said women in general, just women in general.
Women in general don't have a hard time accepting it. It's if they want to learn to accept it.
I said that's cap. It be them catching bodies in close time frames and getting sick as a result of it. He said the Maury show didn't run for 40 years for no reason. Big facts. Big facts. You are not the father.
Hey, this morning, I watch Paternity Court in the morning while we waiting on the bus to get Aiden. She be on at 7:00. This morning, he was not the father, and he was hurt. He was hurt. Yeah. So the kid was 3 years old.
I think a lot of women don't like to take accountability because men continue to give so much grace. And that's why I wanted to show that Sha'Carri video first, because all we talked about last week was the grace that he showed, But now he shows so much grace that it's an absence of accountability.
Right. It kind of gave her the leeway to say, oh, I don't have to be held. She didn't necessarily say I don't have to be held accountable, but it gave her the freedom to not absolutely have to apologize to him for her actions. Oh, he gave me grace. I don't have to apologize.
He pretty much spoke for her.
Basically, yeah.
That's pretty much what he did. He spoke for her, especially explaining everything that she had going on. But it's very unique to me that and I actually had another video I was going to play because it was talking about the hyper independent woman. I don't know if you've seen that on TikTok. And they asked the guy, what would you stay with a person who was hyper independent? He said, no, I'll leave. But then the woman goes and crashes out and saying, y'all don't have grace. But this is what I continue to talk about. Is like, how long do a person has to have grace if you lack accountability?
It's not necessarily lacking grace. If I lack accountability, it's about, again, going back. If a woman who is, I know you don't like this, hyper independent or independent, or is the alpha and leader of her home, if she wants to allow a man in her life to lead, he has to show a secure space, a safe space for her, because you got to understand she's got guards up. She's been doing this for a long time by herself. She has no other way. She does not know any other way at this time because she's never had someone properly lead her. So she's going into a territory that she doesn't know. And that's why I say you have to give grace in that sense. Because if yes, I desire a man to lead, but I've never had that in my life. I've never had a man lead me. So me being at the ripe age of 42, it's going to be hard for me to let my walls down all the way to let a man properly lead me. But I desire that.
So, because I want to make sure I'm hearing you, and you old,
Okay.
42. Geez.
I am old, yes.
Oh no, but
I'm
like
still beautiful. I'm aging gracefully.
she crashed out early, y'all. Don't y'all think that? Crashed out on tens. Let's see. But
oh yeah, confidence is. Look, Lil Wayne said it best. Confidence is a stain I can't wipe off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crashed out early.
Okay.
So
Still
you
got love for Ted though.
So you said that you knew growing up that you didn't see that or you didn't receive it, right?
Not necessarily growing up, but what I saw growing up in my household was my mom. It was me and her, and that was it, you know. So come to my adulthood, that's how my life has ended up too. It's me and my son. So, and that's all the past almost 10 years of my life. It's been me and my son. And that's all I know. I've never had a man properly lead me. And we're getting, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, because your stuff messing up. So I want you to be able to
Okay. So with me not having a man properly lead me, it's gonna take grace come in and say, hey, I got this from here. This is my space I'm creating for you. Let me lead you. But even so, even if a man does come in and say, hey, I got this, you don't worry about leading anymore. Let me do this part. I'm here for this part. It's still going to take, because I'm so conditioned for the last 9 years of my life to do this on my own without leadership. It's going to take time to get that not repetition, but what I've been doing to let it go.
Okay.
You know, that's just like somebody waking up at 7 o'clock for 10 years. Their body is going to naturally wake up at 7 o'clock. Even if they not desire to get up at 7 o'clock, they're going to continue to wake up at 7 o'clock because that's what they're used to doing. So it's going to take that security and that safe space. Just be comfortable to let go.
Okay. So you 42.
I'm 42.
You consider yourself being hyper independent for the past 9 years.
9.
So what were you doing? So what were you doing all the other years?
I was just taking care of myself. That's not hyper independency.
Okay. So you feel hyper independence come along when you have to now have a responsibility of someone else.
Someone else, yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, but between these 9 years, you knew that you had to be hyper independent, but you also knew that I want a man to lead, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I feel like you had 9 years of grace. Because it's like you wearing the wrong size shoe for 9 years and you keep getting bunions on your feet. And somebody finally tell you, April, you gotta get the right size shoe. You gotta get the right size shoe. You've been tearing your feet up for 9 years. So it's almost like you had all this time to be hyper independent, but also gather your mind to this is what I'm going to do when I find my person. You see, it's almost like women, I won't say you, but just women in general almost take the hyper independency and feel like they it's okay for them now to lack the
like a handicap.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's almost like, well, for those 9 years, you're hyper independent, but I know I got to keep that soft space ready for that male or that man that God provides for me in my life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I think more people
I'm open for that.
Yeah, I think more people should do that instead of blaming
the hyper independency.
Not
letting that man lead.
Yeah, understanding that I'm still trying to get what I need at the end of the day.
Right.
Let's see what they said before.
Let's go through some of these comments. They've been in the chat hot. We appreciate that too, y'all.
Oh, what he said. Okay. Classic said the internet exposed the nature of women. The nature of women is sinister. The wife's nature is not the same. I said no women. I'm assuming no woman always
Saying
no
women always pays
okay
the
plays
victim.
the victim. If they're the victim, no need for accountability.
Mm.
That's a good one. Let's keep it a buck. Men aren't the head of the house no more. It's a wrap. Chat 333. He said it's over with. Chat. I said 10 toes. Classic. Classic say if you never been led, it just might, maybe, possibly, potentially mean that you are a poor follower.
Can I
Just,
answer that back?
hold on, just maybe. He said, don't want no
No.
smoke.
Can I answer that back right quick?
He said classic E. Yeah, go ahead before I read the next one.
Okay, so to rebuttal on that, I haven't let anybody lead me because I haven't met somebody worthy of that role. How about that?
But I feel that's a poor answer though. Can I explain why?
Why?
That's why I say that a woman needs to come into a situation submissive. Because
Okay.
you hear the words you're using, I haven't
Worthy of
allowed.
them. Yeah, allowed.
You see what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
so you can't allow anything because you don't come in submissive. Like you don't come in saying, let me let it go. I know I've been 9 years of hyper independent, but I'm, you know what? I'm willing to wait another 9 because I'm not going to be submissive and allow you to either show me you can lead or show me you can't lead. And this is what I'm asking from women. Like, I don't get to say this often, but this is what I'm asking from women. Allow men to make the mistakes. Allow them to disappoint you. Like, allow it. Stop trying to prevent it. Just allow it. Because a lot of times your pushing back causes that man to, because sometimes women don't understand that a lot of times you could be so hard, have so many walls up, that by the time you're ready to drop those walls, it's too late. The man is already retreated.
Right. I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think a lot of women, well, I was with him for 3 years and then he cheated on me. Yeah, but how was the other 2 years and 360 days? You know what I mean? Like what did he have to battle to even get you to the point where you're now ready to be submissive? Now you're ready to let your hyper independence go. Like, I think those are the things that goes back to accountability.
Mm.
If you don't allow the man in, you can't expect him to stay at the door.
That's true.
You know what I mean? If he's knocking, like God said, if I'm knocking, but you got to open. You got to open.
Yeah.
Jen said, I can't agree with you, April. That being said, because I have done it for so long, I'm willing to trust a man to lead simply because I don't want to have the responsibility of leading anymore.
But are you coming in with full trust in the beginning, Jen?
You have to. You have to. You have to. And I wouldn't say come in with trust. We're gonna have to read. We're gonna have to read. Me and class. We're gonna have to create a new language. We're gonna have to create some new words. Like, you don't have to trust them. You have to let them show you that they're not right for you. You see what I mean? Don't look at it as I gotta trust them. Just look at like, okay, all right, and kind of have your little checklist, man. He didn't open the door for me yet. We've been on 3 dates. He ain't open no door for me. Okay. All right, cool. All right, well. Every date, man, we done went out 6 times. We done split the ticket every time. Okay. This don't look like it. Just little things, like it's little things that you could take mental notes on. I don't think you need to stay in a situation for years just to figure out if this person's your person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Of course. It doesn't take long to figure out.
I'm gonna tell you this. If a man ain't opening the door for you, I think that's a number 1 sign in my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah. No.
I mean, I did that for my daughter. Like, I don't understand.
And Aiden is being taught today that wherever we go now, I don't open any doors. I look at him like he's crazy. Oh, Mom, I got you. So yeah.
Alicia said, or maybe she hasn't found the proper man to lead her where she felt comfortable to let go. Which 2 things can be true. I appreciate it. Shout out, Alicia. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Alicia.
I feel like 2 things can be true, but with that being said, some of us lay in a bed that's not comfortable. We have to break it in. Life ain't all about comfort.
You're right.
Sometimes you got to just let it go. I'm telling y'all, it's very.
Class say you got to go through the pain.
Yeah, you got to go through it. You got to, because everything's a lesson. You didn't lose. You didn't lose. Don't give. And women. Men ain't gonna want to hear this. Don't give it up. Don't give it up. He ain't gonna stay around too long.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't give it up. That's what the man was talking about with accountability, right? You women, y'all still have sole control. You have the control. I'm not saying that the man won't stay around because he's getting it from somewhere else, but just know you do have control of what's going on. Right. Classic said, men are checking in, men are getting permission, men are over explaining, men are saying things more than once. We've been successfully tricked out of our positions. Hey, yeah. I agree with you, Classic. I agree. Coming in my chat with all that violence. You ain't do that on your channel. No, but I agree though. I agree. Jen said the right man will make you feel comfortable naturally.
Absolutely. Yeah.
See, women, that's sisterhood. Class that she'll never be comfortable, Alicia. Ooh. I'm gonna let you read this one. Go ahead. Abel, go ahead.
She'll never be comfortable, Alicia. She has to take the risk. If you crash and burn, get ibuprofen and give it another go.
What's your thoughts on that?
A woman can only crash and burn so many times. A man can only crash and burn so many times too. When they're just like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'd rather be single than to keep crashing and burning. That's
no, that's cap for sure. Alicia said.
What did you say that was cap on Classic?
He said you have a following problem.
I don't have a following problem.
Plug said, excuse it.
Plug, we miss you.
Plug said, excuse it. Jen said, how do you know you're not worthy if you don't trust the process to find out? Bars. I wish I had a little bars. Yeah, bars.
I agree. That's a good, yeah. You got to trust the process.
Yeah. And it's harder than it seems. And I'm not sitting up here telling y'all because I can't speak from a woman's perspective. I'm not a woman, but I can tell you, you're getting to a ripe old age where time is running out.
On what?
Time is running out.
On what? Finding a man to lead?
No. You looking for love.
Or a man finding me?
You just looking for love. You can't just worry about what the man's gonna bring. You looking for love. And time can run out on you now. You're getting older, April. Over the hill. Not worth being led. Oz, you coming at? Oh,
you coming at me, Oz? Not worth.
Classic said, if a man needs to prove stuff to you for you to relax, you are completely unprepared to be.
How so?
Ooh, not you, but women. Not you, but women in general.
Right.
Elaborate
on that.
I love it, Jen. Man, we got a lot. So if there is an object that was too heavy for you to pick up, and I came along and said, I got it, are you still going to try to pick it up or get your out the way?
I'm moving out the way.
After she done tried it?
No, I'm moving out the way. If he's coming along and saying, move, get out the way, I'm moving out the way.
Absolutely, April. Trust is his to lose, not gain. Okay,
I got you.
Y'all know them super chats work too, because these are a lot of chats out here. Trauma is present in a situation. Love, dating, and beyond all require a level of faith in the other person. We're gonna have to get back to some of these because some of these are good to elaborate on. Plug said there is no option when a man comes along. You get out the way and have no choice but to follow or leave. You point blank. Classic said, when I'm checked out, she can't get the door herself. She needs to get back used to it. What up, Plug? I'm tired, boss. It was 8 to 8 with this back to school cuts. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little man on your schedule. He'll be that Thursday for you. Might want to have your Pedialyte, Gatorade, everything for him. He's gonna have you running. There is no such thing as I'd rather be single as a long-term resolution for women. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't rather be single. I'd rather be with my mate that I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life. So I mean, some women are getting to the point, especially middle-aged women, are getting to the point where they don't want to deal with the ins and outs of relationships, and they have said I'd rather be single than dealing with the ins and outs of relationships. There are some women out there that's like that, and are proud of it. I'm not getting a relationship. I'm gonna come and go as I please and do what I want to do. That's the army that's out there now.
Yeah.
Yeah. More than the women who do want to be in a marriage and be loved and take on life with someone. There's more to me. I feel that there's more women out there who are middle aged, past my age, that want to classic.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I get distracted because he be in there.
Yeah.
I might have to click off of it. But no, that want to be single. They want to live like Oprah than to be in a long-term marriage in a 2-person household. There are more women my age that want to do that. I feel I don't want to be.
When we play this second part of the video, the lady gonna hit home with a lot of this stuff, which is I think very good for the women though. Shout out to Drinks with K and M, man. Sir or man, we appreciate you. What up, y'all? We chilling, man. We in here every night just trying to crack these codes, as Classic would say. But we just trying to break down the nuances, man, and find out what's really going on. So appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
Time running out. It is, man. Time running out, man. No, but what April said is true. I'm done dealing with women. I got too much ish. No need for extra.
That's true. Like the men are fed up with us too.
Oz, have we ever asked you, if you don't mind, how old are you, Oz? How old are you, Oz?
It's a lot of fed upness on both sides of the channel.
Claxton said if a woman is saying I need to see this or that before I can be submissive or be a follower, she isn't ready for courtship. She is closed. You already know how I feel about that. I preach that daily. Shout out to the super chat.
Thank you, Classic.
Appreciate it, Classic. Double talk is happening tonight for sure. You know April Love. She good for that. We're gonna call April nickname Renee. Yeah, we're double talking over here. Renee, yeah, spades player, give her a spade. You know what I mean? Alicia said some women rather be single though because of the trauma they've been through. That's respectful. That's respectful. That is respectful. But I'm gonna tell you something about trauma. Trauma was never meant to keep you stuck. I think we're starting to use trauma almost like we just got amputated. Like I lost a leg and arms. And trauma is always going to be there, but trauma is not meant to keep you stuck. Trauma is supposed to be there to ignite some things within you, because that trauma only happened because you didn't have your guard up at the right time. You got to think about it. It sucks, but sometimes you have to take accountability for your own trauma. The only trauma I tell people they can't take accountability for is trauma that your parents passed down. You was a kid, it's nothing you can do with trauma that your parents passed down. But trauma, when that comes from relationships and stuff, you got to look at that as just a learning lesson. And if it's something that you feel like you can't move from, you definitely need to seek out a specialist or someone to talk through it with, because trauma is something that should ignite you. It should get you. You ever think about somebody who works out in the gym or start working out for the first time? When your body starts aching and cramping up, your body's going through trauma. You're breaking down muscles you never broke down before. But what happens the next day when you get out there and you have one of your best days ever? You think you're so sore. It's because your trauma is built for you to bounce back. It's built for you to go through. She said trauma and drama. Now drama never stop. Drama never stop. She said, "Oh, sisterhood, April, love you, April. It took some time, but I had to learn to trust the process myself. I give a little kickback, but aligning most of the time."
Oh, okay. Love you too, girl.
Oh, what's up, D? What's up? That's D from for our grown folks panel. What's up, D? I forgot you and your old lady got the drinks with K and M. Shout out to D, man. Him and his wife actually gonna be doing kind of like a vlog thing where they doing drinks, testing out new drinks at restaurants, telling you where to go in the Houston, Texas area, man. So shout out to D, man. Shout out to D. D, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow, D. We need to get up and get our sports segment going. 45. Okay. Don't give up yet, Oz. You just hitting your peak. 45. Classic laughing. I got you. He's the clue. Classic. Nah, that bed gets cold at night. Sleeping with trauma is even colder. Explain that. Maybe he explains it now. Women just be saying whatever sounds good out loud.
Classic.
Classic, you welcome to come on up. That's always Classic. I told y'all earlier, be tougher. People need to toughen up. We are too soft to handle what comes with life these days. I agree with that. Alicia about to get him. Claxon know everything about women. Let me hush. Nah, don't hush in our chat. Alicia, your voice needs to be heard. Talking about some woman, whether it be single, that's cap.
The same with some men. That is not cap, Classic.
I don't think no one wants to be single. I just think it's the best thing to say to allow your brain to process what you're actually living through. Have you ever been going through a bad day and you say all is well?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like that. Like
this too shall pass.
Yeah. Like it's almost like you're telling yourself, but I think the right person can definitely
change your mind. Absolutely, yeah.
Alicia, it's love out there for you. It's love out there for you. We'll do class. They be fit. I love y'all back. Yeah, don't ever stay quiet. Don't ever dim what they said. Don't ever dim your light.
Right. They just need to put their shades on.
Let me play. We're gonna play this second part because I want y'all to be able to hear the female give her plugs that gotta be body slammed in the game, man. Gotta be body. Hey, I think plug that's gonna come up on our last topic today, our last video we're gonna review that April sent over. A lot of this stuff it's being said, it's just being said in different words. So, but we're gonna hear her real quick. Let's see here.
You went into a couple of different points that I had. I told you stop jumping the gun now.
Yeah, my bad. I'm a talker.
No. That's good because it just leads us into other parts of the conversation. But I want to try to keep my thoughts together because I can go all over the place myself. But I want to come back to the correction being something that comes out of love rather than something that comes out of hatred, or as it is called whenever you do call Black women to the carpet, because I get it too, bashing. The one thing that I try to tell sometimes the guys is like, just because I'm a woman, that doesn't mean I don't get the pushback just because I'm a female. That me being a woman doesn't help. That actually hurts the situation because now I got to get called a mammy and I got to get called a pick me and I got to get called all of these negative terms. And I said Black women are the only women that have a negative term for women who want to be feminine and women who, don't want to participate in what I call the boneyard, because I use hyenas and lionesses as an analogy between feminist-minded women and women who fought that programming, because it is a programming. We get it as soon as we're born. in this society. It's in the school, it's in the media, it's everywhere. And if you're a woman, and really a man too, it just manifests differently. But if you're a woman, you have to actively realize that I'm being programmed, and then I gotta deprogram from the feminism and all of its trappings, so that I can think properly. Because I don't know how much, again, you're familiar with me or not, but I'm an anti-feminist channel. I don't like feminism at all, from its root to its current manifestation. I speak heavily against it consistently, and I've been doing that for years. Me too, before it was a bag involved, before this was popular or money. But I digress. Coming back to the point of correction being something that is done out of love rather than out of bashing. And then I'll answer the question, why do I think women have such a hard time with accountability? My main reason that I think women have such a difficult time with accountability is fear of being wrong and the need to be right.
Do you agree with those, April? She said one reason is the fear of being wrong and the fear of not being right.
That's the same thing, right?
Oh, let me
say twofold. Me too, before it was a bag involved, before this was popular or money. But I digress. Coming back to the point of correction being something that is done out of love rather than out of bashing. And then I'll answer the question, why do I think women have such a hard time with accountability? My main reason that I think women have such a difficult time with accountability is fear of being wrong and the need to be right.
Oh, the need to be
twofold.
Okay.
Do you agree with those?
When it comes to accountability, yes. Because we want to be right, of course, and we don't want to be wrong.
I like what she talked about too, about women needing to understand correction. Because I think that's a big barrier for a lot of men, especially if you're a man like myself who's kind of just say what you want. Like, you know, I really don't have like a filter. Like, so I think sometimes people have to really know that you're trying to correct them out of love and not out of like, not that you're like pissed off or mad or you trying to prove them wrong, but hey, like, this is what I need you to do. And go from there. So I really like that, but she's about to really cook in a second.
They fear being wrong and they have to be right. They have to be right. And to kind of go a couple of layers deeper than that, it's a combo. It's not one or the other, it's both. Because in order to be corrected or to be in a position to have been corrected, that means that you're wrong. That you are in a position where there's something happening that's incorrect.
Going out to them.
Whether it's your behavior, whether it's a single incident or a pattern of behavior, it doesn't matter. Somewhere along the line, you're wrong because someone had to come and correct or point out to you that this behavior, this mindset, this whatever you're doing, saying, what have you, is dysfunctional. It's not normal. It's not giving you good outcomes. And this is why.
Classy, you still here?
I hope he is.
Classy, you still here?
So that's exactly what we talked about today.
Exactly what we talked about today.
Yeah.
She said everything I said in about a good 5 minute span of crashing out.
Yeah.
She just said it. She just said it. First of all, you only corrected because you did something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did she say, April? So make sure you're listening over there. See, this is the problem, y'all. See, this is the problem right here, real time. This is the problem right here, real time. You got women that won't even listen to women. Real time. Y'all getting to witness April not pay attention. See, now I have to correct her behavior. Oh, shoot. Jen with the 1999 ball. You could have go ahead and round that up to 20.
Yay, Jen. Thank you, Jen.
No, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. All platforms here. Take away all the gems and crack the codes and live your best life applying these bits of information. Awesome content, great show. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen.
I'm setting the standard. Real time, classic. Real time, not paying attention. Real time, not paying attention. Woo! We're gonna let Crimson Cure cook then, because April ain't paying attention.
Roll it back.
Nah.
You need to change your mindset. You need to change your pattern of behavior, and you can get a different outcome, right? And because it indicates, correction indicates you were wrong. Women don't want to be seen. Now, just walk with me. Women don't want to be seen as bad people. We don't like that collectively, myself included. We don't like that. We don't like being seen and regarded as evil, bad people.
Right.
The catch here, though, is that women who avoid accountability and therefore growth end up doing everything that gets them the label of being a bad person. Because you don't grow. You don't take any correction from any source. So whether the men say it, whether it's strange men or men in their lives, right? Because some of the wildest feminists got daddies. And I be trying to figure out what went wrong there. Like, what was going on in your house that you got a whole daddy that you speak highly of, and then you will come out and be a whole feminist or whatever. And so that's pretty much how I see that. The combination of the fear of being wrong, the need to be right, because those two things work together, and not wanting to be a bad person and ending up doing everything to be a bad person.
Ended up doing all things that bad people do. But when you redefine things, that's what you have to realize, that's what's going on, even when you talked about feminism. Once you start redefining things, you can redefine bad behavior and make it sound good. We have several words that have been redefined, and now people like bitch, bad bitch, thug. We have a lot of words that were redefined as good things. I know I get called a lot, a coon, a lot. I get called a coon, right now. And I always wondered, I said, why is it that y'all don't call the drug dealer, the pimp, the gangster? None of those guys are coons, and they are specifically against blacks. They are specifically doing things and actively doing things to harm blacks. We have turned anything that would be good into something bad, and anything bad into something good. And if you can convince people of these words, I agree with you. They have a desire to want to do good. So if people have a desire to want to do good, just turn the bad thing and tell them it's good. Women have done this. They turn a pick-me into a bad word. And I want y'all to think about that. I've been explaining it to a lot of people. And every time I say it, they're like, never thought of it that way. If a woman is wanting to be chosen, throughout history, a woman wanted to be picked. If you're a woman and you want a husband, then you got to have a man that picks you as his wife. If you are looking for a job, is it wrong to be a pick-me to get a job? Is it wrong to be a pick-me if I'm playing 5-on-5 pickup basketball and they pick me? Anybody that wants to be a part of something tends to want to be picked. We turn that into a bad word. That a woman that wants to be chosen by a man is a pick-me. So what should she be then? Anytime you say that one thing is good, then you need to tell me that the bad part about it. So if being or the bad, then tell me the good. So if
so it's there, they cook it. Like
I
said, I wish. Hey, his name is Tony Matoya. He was actually one of the first people, Oz, who started what people would consider red pill space. But we kind of cracked this code last night, or was it Sunday? No, it was yesterday with Classic and April. We were talking about it. A lot of people will call him a simp or he's pandering. but you have to do those things to have a real conversation. He's breaking down everything that you have to talk about, regardless if he agrees with it or not, so that you can have the full conversation.
Yeah.
And I think it's very unique that, like he said, she explained how women have the desire to do everything right, but then they do everything wrong in the midst of it. And it's kind of like debates that we have all the time. Like today, we was arguing on Classic Channel about should women be out in clubs and in bars or whatnot.
Right.
You shouldn't. If there's 20 men telling you the same thing, maybe you should take the correction and do something different, because he also talks about results. If you're steady going out to bars, but it ain't resulting in you finding your husband and you want to be picked, maybe that's a place you should just eliminate.
With that being said,
here we go. Go ahead. Let me hold on. Let me put you up here.
What you just said, women go into bars to find their husband. As I said earlier on Classics Live, not going there to find a husband.
Okay. We're gonna agree to disagree today.
Right.
I guess this is the difference in culture. That's why I'm trying to understand all. It is. It's a big difference. That's why I really like their video, because at the beginning Tony talks about the difference between if it was a white person or black person. But our culture, man, it's very toxic. We in the black society, we live in a very toxic culture. And then people like April, who prefers African American or darker skinned men, she ends up falling into that bucket too, because she has to deal with the same rhetoric that all the black people have to deal with. And she gets probably more hate from people who don't look like her, because she chooses to date someone who doesn't look like her. So it's very unique. But these people are like very, very intelligent. Alicia said, who looking for husbands in bars? So why go? Alicia, you have to explain. We already know what April reasoning was.
Yeah.
Alicia, you have to explain to me why you go to bars, and explain to me, is there any alternate location you could go to get the same atmosphere and vibe? I'm gonna play the video while you think on that.
She saying she wants to be picked is a bad thing. What's the opposite? She doesn't want to be picked. She's difficult. We've turned all of these things into pluses. There's a woman named Dr. Bryant on Twitter. I was just introduced to her. She said the reason black women find it so hard to find a man is because of their collective bossness. I said, surely she's going to explain what bossness means. Oh, and she did. Because every black woman is apparently educated and has a great job and makes more money than men. And I read in the comment section, they all said, yep, girl, you talking about my life. So statistics show that's not true.
Right.
But yet everybody agreed that they have a hard time finding men because they make more money than them. And so I was dumb enough to click on some of the profiles. Many of the profiles had booking information and OnlyFans.
Right.
Well, that's the reason why.
Which presents another issue as well. The infiltration of horror culture and the transactional culture.
Pause it. I ain't never heard it like that before. Wait a minute. The infiltration of 304 culture. Whoo, that took me back. They're strong.
And you want to know the kicker about that? What did you describe that you mostly see when y'all out at these bars?
Right there. Right there.
Y'all want to go to the same places that are being infiltrated by women that you say you have nothing in common with.
No, nothing.
That's like going to say, hey girl, they got a DJ in the crack house. I'm going to the crack house. But the DJ fire. But you got to step over the needles. You gotta push the other guy out the door. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I'm still waiting for oh, she come there. She go another super chat. All right, wise be louder because the others are streaming BS. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Classic, for another super chat.
Look at it. He paid for that one. Huh? Like, he can say whatever he want.
He said what he want. He said what he want anytime.
No, I just messing with you. Lisa said to get out, chill with my girls, listen to music, just vibe. A lounge is the same thing. I don't do clubs. So I'm gonna tell
Classic. I knew Classic was gonna come back hard on that. Wait.
So we're here for solutions, right? You got right. I can't just chastise without providing solutions.
Okay, what's the solution?
The first solution I gave was the bowling alley, Alicia.
Oh yeah.
Bowling alleys have glow night.
Family event centers.
Listen to me though. Y'all can go as a group of girls, and I'm gonna break it down for you. You're going to the bowling alley for Cosmic Bowling Night. You girls can chill. Y'all can listen to music and just vibe because they play music at Cosmic Bowling.
They do.
And what do they call the area that have the couches?
It's a little like VIP lounge area type.
What was the L word you used?
Lounge area.
A lounge is the yeah. See.
Yeah.
See. There's alternatives.
That's the solution.
You can even go to a cigar lounge. There's cigar lounges that you can listen to music. You can. I would consider a cigar lounge a barish, but if you want to go to a lounge and relax, but I think you can go to. I guarantee if y'all, I don't know what's in.
How is the cigar lounge different than a sports bar? It's a bar that sells liquor. They play music. They have a dance floor.
The cigar lounge that I got to experience with my boy Plug was just that.
A bunch of men there smoking cigars.
But it was women who smoked cigars too. But it was like very loungy. It was just music playing. They didn't serve food or nothing. It was just a place where you chill. You can bring in your own cigars. They didn't serve food, so like it was chill. It was just a place you can just chill. Or I think y'all are hyper independent women. So most hyper independent women have houses. You have a house, right? Oh, okay. Y'all got a backyard? Y'all got lounge furniture out there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Everything y'all want to do.
We can do it right here at the house.
You can do it at the house, or you can get in a better environment so that you're not infiltrated by the people that you don't need to be infiltrated.
By the real foes and the men who only want some poom poom.
Because at the end of the day, regardless that y'all not looking, that terminology, birds of a feather flock together, every man now looks at you ladies. Y'all could be the outlier. Prime of the crop. But in that location, you're not. You're what every other woman looks like. You just look a little bit bougie because you won't get up and dance, or you tell the man, "Nah, don't talk to me." You just look a little bit more bougie. But that's the same thing they deal with in clubs anyway. I'm just saying, just something to think about. You know what I mean? Just something to think about. He said, "Country fair demo dirt." I said, y'all got to go to the county.
Hey, we've gone to a smash house before where we tore up some stuff with bags and stuff. See, we've done that before. But I mean,
the lounge.
The lounge, yeah.
I met several women at them. I'm just in my own. Oh
yeah.
I do have a house. See. I think y'all next outing, y'all should get a good little Bluetooth speaker.
Put on Pandora and let it rock.
Yep. Because all y'all doing it, because Alicia April told me all y'all doing is yapping y'all mouth. Y'all don't even know what half of the songs are that come on. He said, I don't know why you explaining this, Nard. Earlier, April practically said she.
Let me tell you something. You gonna stop putting words in my mouth. That's like the second or third time you done did that. I never did. You know what, Classic?
We see all female employees at the strip club exactly the same. Bartender to the stage, all the same. Oh, man. We're gonna let them cook a little bit more before we go to the next topic. But this is I highly suggest y'all to watch the whole thing, man.
I need the link.
I'll get it over to you.
Okay.
I'll actually drop it in the chat once we where I can do it now. Oh, never mind. I'll drop it in the chat for everybody.
Mainstream, this is what women should be. I take particular exception to that. I speak on that all the time. That there used to be a time where whores and wives occupied different spaces.
Yes.
And that was on purpose. Okay.
Classic, you might be right, bro. Maybe I should start. You right, Classic. I did say all this. I'm gonna let her cook.
Okay, because the wives did not want to be associated with whores, and the whores knew that they could not be associated with wives. And so, and on top of that, historically, the whore has always been the lowest, on the lowest rung of society for a woman. Whoredom was not anything to be praised. It was the last resort of a woman who didn't have any family, or she had no way to make it, to eat, to do anything in society at all. And so, and this transcended culture and time frame, right? And the prostitute, the woman that ended up in the brothel, was there as a last resort. This is the place she could lay her head.
Classic said, April, I said as men, we see all women in the bars the same. April, you said y'all aren't there for men anyway.
I did not say I did not care.
He said he took that as you do not care.
Well, I'm sorry you proceeded in that way.
And so, but I'm gonna drop the whole thing in the link in the chat for y'all to be able to watch it all. But she was just speaking again, and that's why I always also told you ladies to go read the book of Ruth. Because in the book of Ruth, also Ruth didn't think she'll be able to get picked if she didn't sleep with one of the men yet. Y'all remember that part of the story when you're supposed to put your perfume at the feet of the men that was in the broth?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So y'all go read your word. All this stuff they speaking in the word, y'all. Nothing new under the sun. I keep breaking this stuff down to y'all. Everything that you hear from people, you can go hear it biblically. You just got to get it. You just got to get in that word. It's all there. That's why I keep telling women, if you want to be a good woman, go be a Ruth. Stop worrying about being a virtuous woman. Go be a Ruth. Go read Ruth's story. It'll enlighten you. It'll shine some light on you. Go be a Ruth. Stop trying to be a virtuous woman. Just be a Ruth. Especially y'all women who already been there.
Virtuous woman will come naturally.
Yeah. I think being because Ruth went through some trials and tribulations. So I think her story is a little bit more relatable to women who are later in their life. That virtuous woman, to me, Proverbs, when you think about how you spell Proverbs, April.
How do I spell Proverbs? Proverbs.
What's the
proverb?
What's the suffix pro mean?
Before. Yeah, you know it.
Before.
Pre.
You see what I mean? Like it's one of those things that I always tell people, that virtuous woman, that's trying to get you early in your life when you about to get married for the first time, ain't got no kids, trying to prepare you to be a wife. But once you done went through them stages of being a wife, you now need to go read Book of Ruth. You need to learn what it feels like to lose a husband, regardless that you didn't lose him the way Ruth lost him, you still lost a husband. And then also watch how when you go through your journey, the people who say they're there for you, they fall off.
Oh yeah.
See, this stuff deep. It's deep. Ruth is deep. Go
Sunday
read
service.
Yeah, Sunday service coming very soon. Me and Classic gonna be jumping on that this Sunday. It's coming very, very soon. We pushed up the date. I'm dropping the link to that full video in the chat for everybody.
Get that.
Yeah, it's real good. I loved it. I think I'm gonna start going more towards the older group of people when it comes to like reaction videos. I love their conversation because you wouldn't even know that.
New generation.
Yeah, you wouldn't even notice that they both actually kind of don't see everything the same way. But they're able to have the conversation as adults. So it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
He said, if I give you good insight on the male POV and you tell me you still pulling up to the spot, how I'm supposed to take it?
I understand, Classic. I respect your male point of view. I do.
But yeah, like, but I mean, this stuff, we laughing because it's all April. No, it's all.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people gonna bump their heads multiple times. You know, some people can.
Oh yeah.
Some people see the warnings and they still go towards it. So he said the road that most take. A lot of people won't take the narrow road. They're gonna take the wide road. April, no more bars. Don't be LOL. This is serious business, Alicia. No more bars. No more. Classic said, "Oh man."
Love you, Classic.
Y'all stupid, man. Y'all stupid. With that being said,
so we pulling up to your house on Saturday, Alicia.
See, look at that.
I need to bring my bottle of Crown. You got the Pandora.
Y'all something else.
I bought some shot glasses today. They're cute too.
I've been confused since early.
Don't be confused, Classic.
So as we were talking on this one right here is actually shout out to April for finding this. This is Kurt Franklin, Jacob Lattimore from The Shy, great show. David Banner on Black Men in Therapy, Love and Faith for the Fellas. April actually got this part and sent it over. I think it's going to be something that we can really take home to end up this last segment of the show. I titled it Legacy because a lot of times we sit around and we talk about relationships. We talk about marriages working out. You know, a lot of us always say, that people need tolerance. I feel like people went through things in the past, but they were able to deal with it. He said, I don't know why, but I don't trust Kurt Franklin. It's okay. It's okay because you're going to see his shoes. I don't trust them either, but I'm okay with the message. I'm just not worrying about the messenger. He was in here with some Alice in Wonderland shoes on. Right? It looked like some Timberlands.
Can you see it in this segment? Because
I think you're going to be able to see it.
Okay.
I think. But he's going to talk about what we thought we seen or what we felt love was or what we seen growing up. So here we go.
Truth. The last thing I'll say is that like my generation often would sometimes brag about how long their mom and daddies were married. You know, it's like, yeah. You know, everybody getting up, you know, but my mom and dad have been married, you know, for 30, 40, 50 years. But watch this. But me and Dave know, coming from generation a little bit, you know, he's younger than me. Yeah, but your mom and daddy slept in different bedrooms. Mm-hmm. They were married, but they didn't even sleep in the same bed. How many times did you go to houses in the hood and the daddy would just be sitting there watching TV all day out? He not even there.
Oh, there they go. Can you make it big?
I sure can.
You know, he has to make statements because he's short. He has to make statements with his clothing and his actions and the way he moves because he's on his stature is short.
I don't know why letting me zoom in.
That's all right. Go ahead and roll it. I'll go back and look at it.
Very interesting.
No more. He clocked out. Don't nobody want to be married like that. You're existing. But you're giving people the opportunity to say, yeah, but they still married. No, for a lot of them, they've been separated and gone a long time ago.
And let me add this. I say this all the time. We didn't have a choice on who our parents were or are, but we do have a choice on who our children's mother and father is. I see people make decisions and put their children in an eternity of unhappiness. Like if I leave a child with anybody, I want to make sure that my child is with the type of person now who I know I can lay my life on the line that if something ever happened to me. So I've always wanted to make sure that I was conscious enough. And most of the women that I ever dated, we always put the best face on because I was out of town or I wasn't in town much. So whenever we saw each other, we had to give each other the best us that we could. And I didn't notice that until I got older. I never really got a chance to see that person
in a space where, okay, you mad and you not hiding yourself because you scared that I got to leave and go on tour or that I got to be in the studio. I never really had time to date long enough in a space where we could really smell that bad breath or see that bad hair day. You know what I'm saying? To really see, because girls would always trip when I would tell them, like, I want to see you, the person that you wake up, you know, who you are when you wake up. Because if we end up being together for the rest of our life, that's the person I'm gonna see most of the time. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes we jump in these situations and don't realize that, you know, we could have thought it out a little bit.
So and they hit the other part you were talking about too, April. So I want to close on this conversation. So the first thing I want to address is I took some notes. He talked about, Kurt Franklin talked about our parents sleeping in separate bedrooms, our grandparents sleeping in separate bedrooms, and he used the phrase that a lot of our parents were separated before they were separated. What are your thoughts on that, April?
Whatever worked for that household, worked for that household, and if they chose to stay through the tolerance, then that's what they chose to do. You know, sometimes you need, after 30, 40, 50 years being together, you need space away from each other. And that's how it comes back to yesterday's podcast too, where she felt she was losing her identity. You can't let that happen. We let some of these things overwhelm us too much, when the simple solution is just to get a little bit of space. And I went back and I looked at her page too. She be traveling. So for her to be losing her identity is...
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting because so as a child, I actually experienced this. So my mother's mom, my grandma and grandfather, they had two separate bedrooms. Like my grandma room was right there when you walk into the house, and then my grandfather had the room closest to the kitchen. And but it wasn't because they fell out of love. My grandma said that my grandpa just snored too loud. She couldn't get no rest.
Oh, well.
So they ended up separating rooms. With that being said, also, I think it's very unique how somebody, because Kurt Franklin is probably in his 50s at least, probably by now.
I think he might. Let me see. I'll look right quick. Go ahead.
50. But I think it's very weird how we could turn something into that. Again, it goes back to what Mr. Montoya said.
He's 55.
Okay, it goes back to what Mr. Montoya said on that last video. We are the only culture that'll turn something that's positive into a negative. You looked at that whole scenario of your grandparents or your parents sleeping in separate bedrooms as a negative thing, but they were willing to keep their family together.
All right.
So the ultimate goal was positive.
Of course. Yeah.
And it's very weird to me how somebody who's 55 years old, who believes in the word, who travels the world, sings the gospel, and you could turn something that's supposed to be meant for good into bad. It goes right back to what we just heard. Some people sleep in separate bedrooms. Hey, whatever it is. I had a lot of, and to speak on the white culture, I grew up with a lot of white friends, and a lot of my friends, their parents end up divorcing once they got 18, or some were in their mid-20s. Like they let their kids get through school, get through college, and then they would separate. I've seen it a lot in the white community. So it happens on both sides of the token. So the sleeping in separate bedroom, I think it's a good thing if it's what works. Like April said, if that works for your house, who cares? I think Classic put it best here. He said people need to stop worrying about what making it work looks like for other people and mind your business.
They trying to come and get guidance. That's all it is. I mean, I understand about minding your business and whatnot, but if they seek guidance or trying to figure out what would make it work in their household, then they do want to see what other couples are doing that have been together 40 and 50 years and longer than that. Tell me what the cheat code is.
Yeah. Classic said, if me and wife sleep in separate rooms, that's me and wife business.
I understand.
I might not like something about how she sleeps or vice versa, but that's not worth not working. We blessed for having it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. And it's funny because we just heard some mature people tell us that we are a culture that turns things that are positive into a negative. That's literally
Right.
what we just did right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't know if y'all noticed, but dealing with the same woman long term is irritating ASF. So we aren't breaking up, but take your over there though. Hey,
We need our own space. We still need our own idea. Even though we're one team, we're partners on a team. It takes two people to make a team. So we still have to have our own identity somewhere. Yes, we can be a team together, but it still takes those two people to make that team.
and
That's how I feel about it.
Class said space is the friend of long-term relationship. He said, and probably a little bit of cheating.
Classic.
Touch here and there. That was stupid. So the next thing that I want to talk about is what David Banner started speaking on about. He didn't have children because he wanted to have children with the right person.
Right.
But David Banner, I got to bring you to the front of the congregation, brother. You double talked. You double talked. You started off saying that it was due to the traveling and you wanted to make sure you had the child with the right person, but then you turned it to a physical thing by saying that I want to know how you look every day when you wake up. I want to know, like, so which one is it?
It's both.
Like you're double talking there. But I think he hit some good points where men love natural. Men love natural. You don't need all that makeup. I think I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all don't want to believe me, but we went out to the streets and did a poll. I guarantee you most relationships didn't work out because the woman had so much makeup on. Or her Instagram had every filter that was known to man, and you see her in person and her face looked like booty. You know what? I'm gonna get, I gotta get my own personal experience. I like to give experience. See, I was catfish when I first moved to DC.
Oh,
I was catfish. I must say I was catfish when I moved to DC. It was she was like Hawaiian and was it Polynesian or small? Beautiful lady from Instagram, and she was a very successful lady in DC. I won't say her name. She does own some businesses in DC still to this day, and she actually owns a restaurant. And that's when I learned too that, like, man, it's not about money at all, because the money was there, but that money wouldn't. I'm talking about this lady. Look, man, those pictures made her look like she was the most stunning thing in the world. Wow. At this time, for people who knew me, I was big into my running phase. So I was running. So I was like, hey, the first time we actually met at a trail to talk and walk. And when this lady got out of that car, y'all, you know how right then and there you kind of want to just be rude and be like, we don't even need to walk and talk at this point.
So I can only imagine what you were thinking the whole time.
I was pissed off. I was pissed off. And then I'm like, this is crazy. Yeah. And that's why I feel like I always tell people, I feel like men, we're at a huge disadvantage. We are at a huge disadvantage. We can't go on YouTube, not YouTube, but on Instagram and put on some high-waisted tights, cover up our gut, make it look like we don't have a stomach. We can't turn our legs, our hips to an angle and spread our legs so that we look thinner. Men, every day, we have to constantly work on our temple and build ourselves up. I think it's going to come a time where it's going to have to, I think we need to start having like natural filters. It's the only way you can open your apps, no makeup. They need to do something.
Even the filters that do say natural, they ain't natural. They still polish up.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But they said it, man. Well, they be where did I start? They be going once you don't look at these. Let me see. Right. Friendship probably okay. Double talking is happening tonight. Oh yeah, for sure. We got Reneg up here, aka April. Face be looking like booty. It's crazy work. For real, classic. I was like, bruh.
My ex cheated on me with somebody.
Yeah, catfish.
And I saw some of her Facebook pictures and I saw her in person and I was like, those are two totally different people. I was like, are you serious? I was floored.
Like, it's crazy to me. I tell people that because I used to get this a lot too. Like, I used to meet people in person. People used to always tell me I look better in person because I'm not a guy taking, like, when I take selfies, I'm usually sweating on after I work out. So it's like an accountability thing. I'm not taking pictures to look handsome. You know, it is some guys out there that do that. It's some guys out there that do that.
Oh yeah.
That's not what I'm doing. So I used to get that all the time. It's like, oh, you look so much better in person, you know. And some people probably would take that as a rude. I'm like, no, I'm not on here to, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
But some of y'all look worse in person.
And they do.
He said they got a whole different face when they rinse it off. Yeah.
That's one thing about April. I don't wear any makeup. If I do wear makeup, it's for like a specific event, like a gala or a ball, or maybe a concert, maybe. But as long as I keep my eyebrows in place, put me on some lashes, I'm good to go. A little bit of lip gloss here and there, I'm good to go. But all that contouring and everything, you're going to get all these little wrinkles I got and these little moles and freckles that's everywhere. And I'm not doing it.
But that stuff be crazy too. Like how
it's a whole different face that they contour and the nose be so much thinner than you think it really is and everything. So, I mean, I do my maintenance, like I said, with my eyebrows and I put my lashes on, but all that other, I don't own contour, makeup, foundation. Probably the foundation I got in there is old as dirt. Because I honestly can't tell you the last time I put on a full face of makeup.
I was trying to find y'all a video of somebody who went from trash to gold.
There is a video that I came across on TikTok. We can say that for tomorrow night, though.
Yeah, like some of them go from trash to gold. You be like, how you do that? That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
I said, please confirm. Yeah, that's David Banner, 20. Yeah, that's him. Like a pimp. He look different now, man. He natural, juicing. He got his life together.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I would have been rude. Yeah, I couldn't be rude, man. She knows she doesn't look right. Yeah. I ain't want to be rude.
That's you savage.
I ain't want to be rude, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm sure she's still single out there, gentlemen. She has a good career. I love rap. Been down since like 91. I said he out there listening to that do or die. Do you? But you have anything for the people? We appreciate everybody who chimed in tonight. Everybody
absolutely
ordered the super chats for show.
Thank you.
Appreciate Jen Classic for the super chat. Plug for chiming in. D for coming in on what's the name of him and his wife thing? I want to make sure I shout that out. Drinks with K and M. Thank you, Alicia. Alicia, you still there? You didn't go to bed, did you? He said, no time to play with these modern women. Hey, Classic. I mean, you got it worse, though, Classic. You got it worse. You try to play with the modern black women. You got it worse. You got it worse. You got to deal with fake faces and attitude. She said, don't let Classic up. See, we're going to get on Classic for you, Alicia. Don't even worry about it. We got you. We got you. We got you. Here you go, dog.
Get on that snowboard one time, Classic. Just once. Just get on the slopes. Just one time.
Hey, there you go. She said, getting the house ready for the girls' night at my
all right. There you go. Be there. Let me know what time. I'll bring you shot glasses and the crown apple.
She said, I got it. Okay. She said, she said, you lightweight, Classic. She said, you lightweight. She said she gonna handle you herself. You lightweight, okay? No, but you got anything for the people before we head out where they can find you, April, when the first show coming?
Oh goodness.
He said great, good combo thing. Oh yeah, always, man. We're gonna have another one. Plug should be here tomorrow. But we'll definitely have some more political topics for you, man. Wanted to throw that in there. She said, and is. I wish they had a little emoji. What y'all say now? Clock it. How y'all do it?
Is that I don't know this monitor, this stuff they be doing. I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
Or like controversial Shannon would say point blank period. Alicia, quit playing with me. This is a
tall. You know what? Speaking of tall orders, Alicia, can I disclose how tall you are, Alicia?
Alicia,
she said yes or no first.
Alicia probably be like 4'9".
She probably don't care. Did she hear me? Maybe not. 4'11".
4'11". Okay. 4'11". 4'11". Classy. What you 6'2", Classy? 6'2". Power is short people. You might want to stop, Classy. Look, she said I'm 4'6".
My bad. Look, I gave her a little bit of extra. She 4'6".
Right, good night, Oz. Good night, boss.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right quick before we get off. So earlier on Classics, we were saying like, April, would you stop? Or no, they were. I think Cortez was saying, would you stop that man from talking to your homegirl if you know your homegirl didn't want to talk to nobody? Back in the day when me and Alicia did go out to the club, I was her like bodyguard a little bit. Dudes would come up to her and I'd be like, no, player, this ain't what you want. You can slide on, do something else. You know what I'm saying? Because she was so short. She's so short, you know, and I'm 5'7". So, you know.
You're like a whole foot taller than her.
Yeah, she come she right here.
That's crazy.
Her ain't about the same type.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, player, this ain't what you want. You know, just move them out the way because they will come flop straight over to her. I'm like, nah.
That's great. We appreciate everybody.
Without shoes, he said, without shoes.
Got to make that clear. So he about 6'3" and a half with shoes.
With shoes on.
Get the Balenciagas, what she said. You can put the shoes on.
It don't matter.
No, but we appreciate y'all, man. Another good night, another good convo. We'll be back tomorrow, same time. Get some good things going for y'all.
Absolutely.
Try to get Classic to come on up. Alicia talking like she know how to catch an elevator. Better stop, baby. Y'all see where can they find you yet, April?
At Conversations with Soft Rain on Instagram, TikTok, and right here on YouTube.
Awesome. You can find me at Souls of Thought, Retired No Filter on Instagram. Then it's same thing on TikTok as well. Yeah. You may want to pause. But other than that, yeah, like I said, if everything goes well, me and Classic should be on Sunday for Sunday Serve Us. We're gonna drop some more wisdom, talk about the word, and kind of compare it to life so that y'all can get a little bit more wisdom. Make sure y'all tap in tomorrow. Classic been going live around 1:40 p.m., 1:45 p.m. Central time. So catch him at the Classic Codes. He also has Classic Code Sports too as now. So hopefully we have Uncle Plug TV back tomorrow. He just got back in town. So but with that being said, man, we appreciate everybody. Appreciate the love.
Absolutely.
We out of here. What's good, my Souls of Thought family? It's your boy Norris, and I want to tell you before you leave this video today, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you haven't already, make sure you leave a comment, hit the like button, share this content, and make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And as I leave every video, God loves you, which is most importantly, I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Let go.